T. Fucking idiot. Mood swings.
All right, Anysia, welcome to Mood Swings.
Thank you for having me.
Are you excited to be here?
Yeah.
I mean, you've been begging.
I have, honestly.
So,
a little bit.
every week.
I'm like, oh yeah, I watch.
She's
Can I be on here?
she's earning brownie points every week by being the first one to listen to it on
Always.
Tuesday morning.
Mm-hmm.
Were you surprised there was no episode this Tuesday?
No.
Oh.
Yeah, I kind of am expecting it to be not on time.
Great.
She's used to our extracurricular activity.
True story,
so
true story.
I get it. You know.
I'm like, oh, busy weekend,
We're girls.
not coming out.
I don't know what to say.
Yeah, no episode this week.
Yeah.
All right, well, tell the audience who you are and how you got here.
Who am I? My name's Anysia. I'm from Arizona, native. I'm a dental hygienist. That's all I am. That's all she wrote.
That's it?
That's all I can.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
She's a single girl.
I'm 27.
27.
27 years young.
Period.
Single life.
Well,
I'm on a trial run right now with a man, so
Okay.
I'll say that.
So dating.
Yeah, dating.
you're dating.
Cute.
That's really exciting.
Yeah.
You've been single for a long time.
I haven't.
I've been
on the dating scene for.
She's picky.
very
She
long
should be.
time.
Yeah, I should.
Yeah, I don't like men, so
Yeah.
very easily for me to kind of. I like get crushes really easily, and then I easily fall out of them because I'm like, oh, you're just a guy.
Yep.
I feel like
Definitely
Anisia's
special.
thing was like, okay, how many dates did you go on this weekend and how were they? You know, and now I don't have those stories anymore. She's like, it's like the same guy.
Same
it's like
dude.
kind of gross.
Kind of
you know what I
boring.
mean?
Yeah.
No, he was nice.
Yeah,
we
you
met
met
him this
him.
weekend.
Mhm.
He's a sweetheart.
He's super sweet.
I enjoy that.
Yeah.
Communicates, which I like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Like, he'll
he's
talk like about anything actually. He's
Yeah.
so cool, and I was like, period.
right, and that's the thing is like I thought he was younger when I first met him, so it was
Mhm.
kind of like I saw him as a friend, so that kind of I think helped things, and then
Mm-hmm.
we took it slow, and we kept hanging out.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So then we're just like, oh, we just want to keep seeing each other. And then
Tell
I found out he's
every-
actually older.
Yeah, he's old.
Yeah,
I'm just
Oh,
kidding.
he's
I'm just
ancient.
kidding.
No, but he's older than I was. Like, I was surprised when he said he was his age. I was
Yeah,
just like, oh,
I
okay.
thought he was like 22.
Yeah,
And then when he said his age, I was like, huh?
yeah.
So
His
it's
facial
coming
hair
up?
kind of I think adds to it a little bit.
Yeah,
more,
that
but-
there is none.
Yeah.
Yeah, crazy.
Yeah, but I told him we're gonna figure it out.
Tell him
Grow a mustache.
we'll figure this out.
Yes.
Tell everyone how you met, because it's kind of funny. What you did was kind of funny.
What I did?
Yeah,
What specifically?
I'll tell him I'll tell
What he
them what
said.
he said to me. Yeah.
Yeah.
He goes, well, we met dancing and we danced a couple times, whatever. And I don't know if he said like in the middle of the dance, or like at the end of it.
Mhm.
You like, what did you pull out your phone or his phone or
Oh,
a piece of
okay.
paper?
Yes.
You were essentially like, here's my number, be here tomorrow at this time.
okay.
And
so
he goes, and I was there. I was there.
Yeah.
He said I was intrigued, and I was there.
Yes. So he tells the story differently from what like I remember it.
Mhm.
Because again, like I said, like when we first started dancing, like I met him and I was like, oh, it's just like this young kid that's just like we go dancing to like classes and then we have like a social in Tempe. So that's how we met and we danced a couple times and it was at the end of the night. He was trying to because he's not from Arizona, so he just like came from Colorado, had no friends. So he was just like, oh, like, you know, I'm trying to like get a good like dance group together, or just people that I can hang out with. That I,
dance
like,
group?
really enjoy, like kind of like a dance community. I should have said. So like getting involved with people that are in the dance community, so then he can like have people just to grow in that way. So just kind of network into that to have friends.
I thought he was trying to like set up a flash mob or something.
No,
That's what it sounded
Which
like.
be down.
Yeah, right. Latin.
You'd be down to flash mob?
I flash mob before.
I would.
It was in high school though. Embarrassing. It was during lunch.
Oh. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, it was one of those ones where like we were so
Yeah.
excited for it. Then once it happened, we realized it was reality,
Mhm.
and we're like, oh, no one cares about this. And it was just like
You actually surprised me because you played sports, but you seem like a theater kid.
I was
Wait,
born
what
to be a
sports did you
theater
play?
kid.
What sports did you
I
play?
played softball.
Okay.
Yeah.
I can
She
do
still plays softball if she didn't,
Rupture
break a
my
leg.
Achilles,
Yeah,
yeah.
same thing.
Okay.
R.I.P. my ankle. Yeah. No, I actually just went to a softball game of the team that I used to play with, and they are like, "Why aren't you playing yet?" I'm like, "Give me some time."
Yeah.
Like I'm just like, let me heal at my own pace.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I'm also not trying as much with my physical therapy, which I should be. So it's all
Are
on
you
me.
cleared or no?
They cleared me, as in my insurance won't pay for anything anymore because they said, "Oh, you can walk again. You're fine."
Mhm.
I'm like, I can't run yet. They're like, "Don't care.
They're like,
Pay out of pocket."
Yeah.
So I
tough.
stopped doing that, and then
Okay.
my PT tried to help me a lot. Like she was like, "Oh, I'm gonna give you all these like steps, so you know, I'll like pretty much what you would be doing in here. I'll give you those things." Never went back because it was like around the holidays,
Mhm.
and I just never went. And I kind of want to reach out to her again to see if she'll give it to me because she was pretty cool, but I just keep pushing it off.
Okay.
But
When did that happen?
end of February last year, and I had my surgery in March. So it's been over a
Okay.
year now. And they
Okay.
say usually Achilles can heal from like a year to a year and a half, but that's
Mhm.
like consistent.
PT.
Yeah, PT.
Okay.
And so that's where I was just like, I did PT for 6 months, so I was like solid up
Mhm.
until like around October, November, just going to different holiday things, and then I would only go like once or 2 times a week, and it was next to my old job, so it was
Yeah,
like out
so
in,
it's
like,
kind of weird. It's
yeah,
far
it was
now.
hard to go anymore, and then I was gonna try and find another like physical therapist to see if they would take like my insurance or something,
Mhm.
but I just got we just kind of got pushed off for more holiday stuff, and then now I'm
It's the
just
world.
winging it.
It's a hard time.
I hate it. Yeah, they sent me to collections immediately. Like once January hit, they're like, "Oh, you're $30 left."
I
Collecting.
honestly thought that was like a hoax. This whole
The
collections
collections?
deal, because like I have like the bills from like your just regular dentist, like not
Mhm.
dentist, like doctor when you're a kid,
Mhm.
and shout out me medical, and they keep calling me like every week for me to pay their like $60 bill, and I'm like, I'm not paying that.
Yeah,
And I've been getting this call for like well over a year and a half.
and they still haven't sent you to collections.
They keep threatening it, but
Oh,
like I
okay.
said, pretty sure it's hoax. It's not a thing.
I feel like it is.
She's like, I actually was at collections.
Yeah, well, that's what I was like. Yeah, they did it, and then someone called me from collections on my. It was like Banner though, so they're
Yeah.
on top of their shit.
Yeah,
So they
yeah.
like sent me to collections, and then
yeah.
collector people were like, "Hey,
Mm.
we're representing so and so. Just pay off these like this $40 or something." But that's I'm like, you want me to pay
$40
for Banner? Like you guys are so like get
Already
your
well
CEO
off,
to
right.
Yeah,
like to pay
yeah.
that. You're
Yeah.
fine. You'll
Crazy.
be okay. I'm like versus like people that are thousands in. I'm like they probably actually do need the help. I was like they can't pay that, so
Yeah.
because
True.
people can't pay, cry about it. Honestly, because I'm like all of our credits are gonna. We're like the few countries that have like I think credit scores and stuff,
Mhm.
and that's all it does is affect your credit.
Are you a history geek?
No, I wish I
Okay.
was.
I heard like TikTok. I'm just gonna say it's my news articles, whatever.
Mhm.
But like they were telling me that like taxes and credit scores and all that were set up like not when slaves, like to keep like black people down.
Mhm.
Like so we're like that's an active thing.
I
Okay,
feel like
great.
that's true.
No, great. They like set up all these things to like make it harder for us
Mhm.
to like grow in society.
Yeah.
100%.
And I didn't know that specific fact, and I was like, no, makes sense, but
Everything in this country is derived on pretty much bringing
keeping us
people
down.
of color down,
Great.
white men up.
Mm-hmm.
It's still happening just secretly.
Yeah.
Actually, less secret now with who we have
Yeah.
president.
Yeah.
but
It's a
all
little
coming
more out.
a little bit, a little bit
Yeah.
louder.
A little bit louder. Yep.
Yeah.
So anyway, so you wish that you were a theater kid.
I don't wish I was. I think
You were meant
if
to
I
be.
would have, I could
If you
have.
could sing.
If I could have practiced to get into. See, I could act. I feel like I could maybe go
Yeah.
like acting.
Yeah.
If I would, because I'm very theatrical in
Yeah.
my facial expressions. I mumble a lot, so I feel like I'd have to learn how to enunciate my words a little
It
bit better.
happens.
I'd have to have bigger vocabulary.
Yeah.
Don't know many words.
So you just have to be a lot smarter.
Yeah, I would have
Okay.
switched that way. Sports
Overall.
people don't have to know many words, as you guys
No,
know.
we really don't.
you're-
She said, as you know,
Yeah, as
you
y'all
dumb as
know.
hell.
Yeah,
So
you
bring
know.
you guys down with me.
Got me. No, you got me.
Honestly.
Crazy.
We got. Yeah, that was crazy. That was.
So you grew up
So
in
it's hard
Arizona. Yeah,
I
like
can leave.
end
Wait,
it.
what position
Cut.
in softball were you?
I started
Did
right
you play?
field. Yes. No, I was like, no, because I started right field. And then, but you guys didn't play softball, so you guys don't know. That's like the crappy player.
What do you mean?
So
I
like,
played softball.
We played softball.
Oh, you guys played
Played every
softball?
sport in the
That's what I'm
book.
asking.
You talked
I was
about
out there popping
basketball and stuff.
dandelions.
Well, those are like
Yes,
the main
right.
sports, but like I did play softball for
Oh,
a
okay.
while.
For a while.
So yeah,
Yeah.
right field's like the one like you're the beginner
Mhm.
or like you just don't know as much. So
It's also
the
quite-
balls don't get yeah.
Self-explanatory, like the whole right field. Like
Yeah.
I didn't think it was like right there, but like I'll allow it.
Yeah, exactly. So then I went
Yeah,
to
that's where the
center
sucky
left.
players are.
So those
Okay.
were the ones that were better at
You were in right.
the better
field.
outfielders.
Oh,
Oh, yeah. She's like, I know all about right
We're
field.
like trying out for like these like coaches are asking us to come try out for their team, and they wanted me like as a runner to like run bases. I said, so
Yeah.
that's crazy. I'm
Yeah.
not center of attention. Now I can't play that
No,
sport.
yeah.
If I'm not that good, I can't play it.
You want me to
Okay.
run for people who can't run? That's crazy.
Honestly-
Like, also, we're fast as fuck, boy.
When you guys
Literally.
watch the games though, like do you guys really focus on the players? Like I feel like you focus on the batter.
Are they hot?
No.
Ooh,
like just
let
like
me tell ya.
have you ever watched a
Baseball?
softball game?
Oh yeah, I forgot. But we're talking about softball for a second.
Yeah. I feel like you watch the
No.
person who's swinging the bat.
Yeah.
And when they're running around the
The
bases,
pitcher.
the
Pitchers,
pitchers,
yeah.
The catchers.
Okay, so yeah. 'cause
Sometimes the first baseman gets thrown in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shortstop. I was a ride or die shortstop.
They do.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do majority.
Everyone
of the work.
else,
you don't really see.
anyone in the outfield,
I feel
don't know who they are.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I feel like I've always focused on the runners, and so I feel like you guys just being runners would have been like, it's
You
attention.
focused on the runners?
Yeah, because I
The
feel
people
like I
who
was
just
like,
filled them in?
yeah, Well, because the pitcher usually never ran.
Really?
Yeah, pitchers don't tend to run.
Is that like because they're just usually
that's
not
why they
fast, or
have
because you don't want them
phones.
getting hurt?
They're usually not fast.
Okay.
Yeah. Honestly, if you see a lot of college ball, like a lot of the pitchers are like bigger, stronger women, so they're usually on the thicker side, so they just don't run as fast. And it's also, just to make sure they don't get
I feel like
injured and
typically they
stuff.
put the big people on first base to see.
True.
Okay,
True.
that's a thing.
Yeah. Tall
also a
people.
thing.
Shortstops, they're not.
They have to be quick. They have to
I feel
be
like catchers
bouncy.
can be a little big
That's
too.
true. That's true.
I feel like when you were younger, catchers used to be bigger, and it's I feel like in movies they tend to make the catcher like the bigger person.
Yeah.
But really, they need to be again just as
Right.
agile,
I was
just
thinking
as
about
alert.
getting up and down, and
Yeah.
sprinting.
Knees,
Yeah.
though. You already have bad knees.
Whew.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's crazy.
I cannot imagine. Yeah, being a catcher. The only thing I'd want it for is to get a big butt, because then you're always squatting the whole time, so you get like a nice muscle there.
Yeah.
But
She's
it's just because I have no cheeks.
just
was like,
right
just
up on
that.
there. Yeah.
Just have fun.
Good time.
That juice.
Oh wow. So you're a
Anyway.
softball player. You didn't play any other sports, just softball.
No, I danced. Well, I don't know if dancing counts as.
I mean,
Because I didn't do like a competitive thing, like where we didn't like do
You
like.
didn't, or you
We
did?
I did not. So it was just
Okay.
like I did class, and then we had like concerts, like
Got it.
formals and stuff.
Like you're in choir right now, basically.
Yeah. Again,
Got it.
I like to perform. I like to perform. I don't want to win. I don't know. I don't.
She's a
particularly
choir
care about
kid. We got
winning.
it.
That's
Right.
fine. She's a choir
Again,
kid.
but I can't sing.
But she can't
So-
sing.
Actually, you were not a choir kid. You were an
No,
orchestra.
I played orchestra. I did.
Okay,
I play
string
instruments.
instruments.
You did the
What was it?
cello. Cello?
Played the violin and the cello.
Yeah.
Okay, I did the viola.
Oh, see.
Yeah, but I did it in elementary school, and then I got kicked out because I kept forgetting my instrument. So
It's a small one.
it's a small.
You
Yeah,
could
right.
walk right past it.
Exactly.
I'll
I
allow
forget
it.
it. I was president that year too, so they actually, because I failed orchestra,
You were
they
class
kicked me
president?
out. I was class president.
Oh.
Yeah, and they kicked me out because
Big smarty
I
pants.
failed a class technically in sixth
Yeah.
grade. So they were like, "Oh, like we can't have you be the face of our school."
Yeah.
Yeah, I
And
was
you
just like,
failed
and
orchestra.
you failed it. Yeah, and I
Yeah.
literally tried to act like it was sixth grade. So I was like, "Okay, I don't care."
Oh,
Walked
God.
home.
Oh,
And
God.
yeah, and I was just
What?
like,
walk right out there, right?
it's fine. Okay.
Oh, jeez. So, but you graduated from high school here,
Yep.
and then you went to college. Did you know you wanted to do dental hygiene right away, or what?
By sophomore year in high school, I knew I was going to do dental hygiene.
Really?
Yeah, because they had
Why?
a rep come out, and I knew I wanted to do dental.
Okay.
Like I wanted to go into dentistry, but I thought I was gonna be like an orthodontist. So I thought I was gonna go doctor.
Oh.
And then I saw.
I could see you being a doctor.
I see maybe ortho.
Mhm.
Now I don't think I could, like peds or anything. Never.
No, you can never do peds.
Yeah, or maybe like extractions. If they're asleep, I can deal with them.
I could see you like at AZ Perio,
Yeah,
like putting in implants, stuff like that.
I could even do hygiene because most of the time the patients are just doing SRP, so I just gotta.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I knew that by having a rep come out, and then they just like gave whatever degrees they had going on at NAU. And I saw they had dental hygienists there, so I just like looked up what that meant, and it was just more preventative care, and I liked that. So I was like, okay, fixing things before.
And you got your
things get hurt.
bachelor's in it,
Bachelor's degree,
which meaning that you could teach it if you wanted to, at some point.
I think I have to have a master's in something else for me to
Like
to teach
in
it.
teaching?
Yeah, to be like an instructor
Oh,
or like a
okay.
professor.
Well, I just know that the only difference between an associate's and a bachelor's for dental hygiene is that you can teach.
Okay.
So I don't know.
At
You
programming
might have
programs.
to like have some type of teaching something, but like
Like a
I do
teaching
know that's the
certificate or
only
something,
difference.
yeah.
Because like if someone like, I think Savannah has her associates, or maybe she has her bachelor's.
I think she does have her associates.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
she can't like go like to a school and teach or whatever. Like she would
Okay.
have to do more schooling.
I think she has to have more schooling, or she has to be like have her license for a certain amount of time. I think it's one of those
Oh,
two like
I didn't know that.
requirements.
It's probably state by state stuff too.
But I would never want to teach. To teach,
Yeah.
no, I just don't think I'd be good at it. To be honest,
I
think
don't know
I
if you
could
have
do,
a teaching
clinical.
mindset, but that's
No.
fine.
And yeah,
That's okay.
it's okay.
It's
It's my
okay.
thing is like I feel like annoyed too easily. Like I'd be like, why don't you get this?
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
yeah. So watch out,
I see
Deja.
both of you guys doing that. Actually.
Well,
like, people are not understanding, and you're just getting frustrated because like.
Like, because my
You
thing
know
is
what I
I'm
mean?
explaining it perfectly. Like, why aren't you
Right,
not getting
right,
it?
right,
Yeah, I'm like,
right.
I went through all the details. Why don't you know?
I was patient for about 5 seconds.
5
Yes.
seconds,
Yeah.
Yeah, my patience.
I'm a good teacher.
Wears thin.
I could teach.
You could teach. I can see you
110%
teaching.
with kids too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I can never teach children. No,
Said
they're
grown
children.
adults.
No, adults. Sometimes grown adults act like children. I can't do that.
Mhm.
I can only teach smart people. So there you go.
Right there.
I
it is.
guess.
Yeah.
Like, if you're smart, we're fine.
Yeah. All right.
It's a
Well-
requirement of the class. If you're smart, so you can teach you like.
Yeah.
Just have a big brain.
Yeah.
I'd be like one of those professors.
You're like all the
or-
nerds, like Mr. Kemp.
Never had him.
Mr. Kem.
Mm-mm.
He like taught all the AP classes.
That would be me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like, don't walk in my building, Mr. What's his nuts? Susie? Mr. Susie?
Mm-hmm.
He's like,
Yeah.
you're an idiot. I don't want you here.
No,
Like,
literally
honestly,
me.
bad.
And that was a teacher. I'd be like, okay, dropping this class because I can't do it.
Yep.
So we learned all about you.
Yes, there we go.
Yeah.
That's me.
Yeah.
Me in a nutshell.
And you're here. You've been here your whole life. Do you plan on going anywhere else?
No.
Do you want to go anywhere else?
I like traveling to other places.
But you don't
I
want to live.
No, I don't want to live anywhere else unless it's out of the country.
Okay.
Like, I'd want it to be, like, full send if I'm going to live somewhere else.
Yeah.
I don't want to be in this country.
She has a twin sister. Did you know that?
Nope.
Yay.
No idea.
Mm-hmm.
Fraternal.
They're complete opposites, apparently.
You guys look more alike than me and my twin sister do.
Isn't she blonde? Is she blonde?
No.
Oh, that's somebody else.
She just pulled that one out of her
Yeah, I
ass.
was like,
No, there's someone else who has a sister that's blonde and they're brunette.
That's okay.
Yeah.
Hey, that's fine. All right, let's talk about our weekend because you were there for a little bit of it.
A smidge.
Just a little smidge.
Start of the...
Yeah.
Well, we kind of started on Tuesday.
Oh, we
Yeah,
did start on
we
Tuesday.
started early in the week.
Yeah.
Last week was busy.
Let's talk about Tuesday. Dude, last week was really
That was-
busy. So Tuesday, about 7 days ago, we all of us at our job went out to have drinks, and
And to meet you.
oh yeah,
Even though we met.
Yeah.
right. It was like kind of
Yeah.
Deja's interview, but like
Yeah.
we
like,
just went out,
interview,
but
like,
nobody
it was
asked Deja any questions. So
We just talked about drama about work, and then we're like,
Yeah.
oh, you're going to be in this.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'll know.
You'll learn
Yeah.
soon.
Yeah.
So.
So we did that, and then at the end of that, we all had like everyone had like 3 drinks except for Anysia. You had like 2, and then we all took a tequila shot.
Yes.
Insane.
I think that's when I knew that's when it was going to initiate
More
throughout the night,
things.
once we said tequila. Because I said it jokingly, and then a couple of people's eyes turned like,
Yeah, intrigued.
yes. Like, okay,
It's always a
maybe
bad idea.
we'll
when
start.
the eyes
Always a
start
bad
turning
idea.
around. Ugh.
So then I never know. I don't have the like beeper in my brain that says go home. It just doesn't go off ever. I never have
Yeah.
that feeling. Anysia, when you're with me, I feel like you also have the exact same thing.
Mhm.
So we're both looking at each other like, why go home now? Where it's like
Right.
9
It's
o'clock.
early.
It's
Yeah,
early.
It really was early.
Everyone else is like, oh, gotta go to work tomorrow. We're like, and so then we and her already decided we're going to Jams, which is the only bar that was open around there.
Okay.
And then we somehow roped Savannah in, and then we roped Deja in, and then that's where it started. So then we went to Champs. We were at I was gonna say vending machine, a claw
Yeah.
machine for like 20 minutes.
Yes,
We
we
did
just
for a
we
minute.
clocked that.
Yeah.
Right there.
For sure.
Sat down, had a shot. Deja and Anysia and Savannah dipped, like they said they were gonna do.
Yep.
Responsible human beings.
Responsible
Yeah.
women.
Like I
Me-
said, one drink and then I'm leaving.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
you guys did that.
Yep.
And you did it.
But I never confirmed that that's what I was gonna do.
You never did.
Yeah, I knew I lived right near where
Yeah.
we were at, so I was like, I'll be fine.
Yeah.
So I was like, maybe 2 shots,
The-
3 in my brain.
the minute
Yeah.
the minute they left, we both looked at each other. We go, what time is it? We flipped the phone, and it's like 10 o'clock, I think.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And then she's like, oh, we have plenty of time.
Yeah. Oh, because we asked the bartender, because I was like, oh, are you guys still serving drinks at one point? And he was just like, it's like 11.
Oh, did you say that?
Because he was like, I don't know why I was like expecting it to be later. I feel like after
Yeah.
a while, after like
Yeah.
the second or
We
third
were
shot,
at
I
that
was
one
like-
bar for a long time.
Yeah, and we were chatting with people, so
Yeah.
I feel like that's why I was thinking it was
Yeah.
going so much quicker.
Yeah.
With time, and then he was like, "It's like 11 something." I'm like, "Oh, okay."
He's like, bro, I got like 4 more hours.
Yeah, that, seriously. He's like, "It's always
No.
this busy on Tuesdays." He's like,
Yeah, he
Yeah.
said that Tuesdays were like a busy day. And I was like, really? That's crazy.
See?
So anyway, we had one shot, and then we had another shot, and then we had another shot.
But
and
we
had
stayed
a drink.
consistent.
Yeah, we were
Yeah.
good. I didn't drink any more tequila, which I said I wasn't.
Mhm.
I had like white teas or something.
Yep.
But, and then all of the whole night consisted of me and Anysia taking a shot, and then we're talking to the most random people.
"Yep."
Yeah.
And Anysia over here, like a group of, like one dude will come up, and he's like ugly as shit and old, and she's literally giving him the stank face, like rolling her eyes, like
Yeah,
always.
absurd.
Period.
And I act the same way with everybody. I'm like, well, none of you guys mean anything. So it's like, and she's like rolling her eyes at this guy, and then a group of like younger dudes come up, and he's like, oh my God, it's like, what do you do for a living? Like, oh my God. And I'm like,
Okay.
oh my God.
Shall I say the old guy that we were talking about
Yeah.
said nothing to me, Doesn't
Oh,
really
okay.
even say anything to you. He
Yeah.
just says,
He's just
"Oh,
yapping.
was that girl over there that just left your twin or your
Yeah.
sister or your twin sister?"
Yeah.
And so I was like, "Okay, can't even be respectful and say hello." And introduce
Yeah,
yourself.
what? Like,
Kinda
hi.
weird.
Hi.
Yeah.
Oh,
Those
Oh,
other
God.
younger gentlemen come
Yeah.
in and they at least say hello. And
Yeah.
then they say, "Hey, are you a nurse?"
Yeah.
And I already am like, "Okay, no."
Yeah.
But I need to know where
Right.
you're going with this because why do you need a nurse right now?
Yeah.
Right.
And then he lifts, then we get into his nipple infection.
Yeah, we sprayed hypochloronic acid on it.
Yeah, because he came up because he thought I was a
She's
nurse.
like, get your spray.
Yeah,
And I'm
because he
like,
was saying someone just like pierced his nipple. I think the night before with like a.
I don't
something that
remember
was
any
not-
of this. I
Yeah.
wasn't listening to him speak
Nothing.
at all.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I
so
was
that's
like
what
in
it
my own
was.
world because you were just like talking. So I was just like, when someone speaks to me, I'll speak.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then I do remember you yelling at me to get the spray.
Yeah.
So that makes more sense.
Because then I was like, okay, we'll spray it on there, and then I was like, we'll lift up your shirt to do it, and
it
it was
probably
infected.
helped.
It was
It was infected.
It was red, like because
Ew.
that's what I was telling him. I was like, let me see it because I was like, if it's not infected, you don't need it.
Mhm.
And then once he like lifted it up, I was like, where did you even poke the thing? But it was just like red and like inflamed, and then because he showed the other nipple, that's when I could tell
Oh,
one was off from
These
the
are
other.
just showing nipples in the middle of the bar.
Yeah,
Wow, that's crazy.
yeah. For a man
Champs.
to do that, kind of yeah.
Champs.
Guys,
Like,
you
The
never
other
know
guy
what's
said
gonna
he
happen
was
at Champs
rich,
Club.
and if he died, his whole family would be set. And we're like, oh, what do you do? He's like, I'm a manager at
Sam's
Sam's Club. I literally go,
You're waiting for him to be like, I own a tech
I
company.
literally
or
said, I
am
don't
in-"
believe you. He's like, no, like, I'm telling the truth. I already, see, now you're not helping it.
Yeah.
Now you're not helping it. You could have been chill and been like,
They have
whatever.
good benefits at places like that.
That's what
but
he
I don't
said,
know.
but I'm like,
But like you said, he has to literally die to
yeah.
get those benefits.
And he
first.
like
True.
wasn't there for that long too. Like he hasn't
Yeah.
been there forever.
Oh, there was he said he was like new to the position or something. But that was the group that dropped their glass bottle right before that.
Yeah,
And that's
and
what-
I was judging hard.
Yes. So that's
Yeah.
why I think when they came up, I was like, wait, aren't you guys the guys that just dropped
I didn't
the
correlate
bottle?
that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was judging them hard.
Because then Chris came up and had to clean it up and everything.
Yeah.
So I thought they were going to dip.
Yeah.
Or they were going to like kick them out at least.
Yeah.
So when I saw them again, I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
let's see what you guys have to say.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But
This should be good.
And then Anisia's boy next door was across the way, her crush when she was a child.
my neighborhood crush.
And she was like,
Yeah.
look, he's so cute. That was the thickest boy I've ever seen in my life.
He was a thick man.
I was there for that.
And he
Yes.
wasn't, oh, you were there for that. Okay.
That happened before. Yeah.
Yeah.
But he
I said-
he
We were
stayed
like-
there. I thought he left. Like I thought
Yeah.
he like went and got a drink. He was there almost the whole night. And then his friend that was there, I ended up talking to him towards the very end of the night when we went outside because I get a
Mhm.
little
She's
needed
talkative.
for a cigarette
Yep.
when it gets to the end of the night.
She said, give me a cigarette.
yeah. I don't
I'm like,
okay,
oh,
not
good Lord.
deep like that.
It's kind of a lot, though.
No, I'm like, I just got hey.
She did. She's like, hey.
You know what's even more disgusting? I don't even know if you knew this because the guy went to go ask for a cigarette. He said he didn't have any. His girlfriend had it,
Mhm.
and then she said, but he did say he had the lighter. And I saw this one cigarette in like the smoking ashtray.
Oh.
And it-
Nar.
A little
no.
nub, and you're like, I'll take
It wasn't
that.
even nub. It was like
Okay.
I would say 75% full. Like as if someone just like kind of cranked her open, took a
Yeah.
puff from it, maybe two, and then put it down and forgot about it.
Yeah.
Either way,
You
someone
don't know
whose
else's lips was on that.
lips were on
Oh,
that.
Yeah.
nar.
Oof.
Oh, nar.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
no, no.
Hey,
Dude, I've like
that's
surrounded
something.
myself with a lot of women who like to smoke when they get drunk.
Mm-hmm.
That's about like 5 of my friends. I can
Yeah.
think of.
It's a thing.
Maybe it's the
Yeah.
nicotine. Like I don't care for nicotine in general. Like
Yeah.
I'm not like a vapor or anything
don't
like
know.
that. It's just I just think maybe it gets you in a different way.
Just get
I think
you
it's
going, huh?
holding it honestly
Mhm.
sometimes is
Oh, yeah, that's
the
fine.
vibe.
It's like the
Yeah.
Fault in Our
I've-
Stars.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah,
Cigarette.
exactly.
He's like, I'm not gonna
metaphor.
smoke it.
Yeah.
I'm just holding it.
It's just a metaphor. Yeah.
Oh, I have to watch that movie now.
No way.
That's good. Anyway, so then Tuesday happened. We woke up. I showed up to work on time because I'm an adult.
Period.
I show up. Anisia's car is not there. And if you know anything about Anisia, she's at work
I'm the first one
before
there.
anyone. She's
Clinical
there
wise.
at 8:30 every time. So her car's not there, and I'm like, Anisia. I'm like, Anisia. Okay, but I walked in and I didn't want to like be like, where's Anisia, you know, because
Right,
I was just out with you the day before.
Yeah,
So I'm like, I walk in all cool, calm, collected. I'm like, morning. And they're like, where's Anisia? And I'm like, oop.
She's not
Oh,
here?
was I supposed to know? That's
Right.
crazy. And Sydney was so dramatic. She's like, you called me at 1 a.m. and I thought something was wrong. And I'm like, she obviously meant to call me.
Yes.
We have the same name.
Yeah,
and
right.
she
You're
was
like,
drunk.
bro.
We were together.
Mhm.
It was a whole thing.
Yeah. I think
But
what I was
anyway.
going to do is I was going to call you and then FaceTime you because we had kind of talked about some shot glasses that I had.
Mm-hmm.
not at Champs, but at the other place we went, the first like area where it was like a sake style bowl and a little fish in it. And the reason I think I know that that's what I was calling you for is because it was randomly out on my kitchen like counter.
So you got home and you're like, I have to
so
tell
unless
her.
I took a shot right when I got home for some reason, I think I just was gonna call to be like, this is what it looked like. But yeah, either way, called Sydney.
Yeah.
And my thing is she didn't answer or try to call me back or anything. She texted me that morning when we got to work, so she really didn't care about me.
So she really didn't care about you.
Yeah, she's like, I'm so freaked out. No, you weren't.
You were, babe.
Yeah, you were like, you would have called me back.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
So, yeah, you showed up, or I called you, and you answered the phone in a giggle. I call her, ring, ring, ring. She answers pretty much immediately, like, not like a long time. And I go, hello? She goes, hello? I go, where are you? So, I just woke up. She said it not so nonchalant. She's like, so, like, you guys are going to have to move the first patient. Like, I'm not going to be there. Like, I'll be there for the one after, but, like, you know. Yeah. And she's, like, giggling the whole time. Yeah. And so I have to get off the phone call and, like, make it sound like you feel so bad. You know, I'm like, oh, my God, guys, she slept in. She'll be there.
She feels so bad.
In reality, she walks in, like, morning.
Yeah.
And we're all like, oh, God.
Yeah. No, but I got there pretty quick. I was pretty impressed with myself. Like, I just, like, got up, rinsed off, put something on. Yeah. And then I was just like, I'm here. Yeah. But it was the crash out, like, probably 3 hours into work is when I felt like complete crap.
I was feeling pretty good all day. And then when like right before lunch, we're both looking at each other like we're fighting for our lives right now.
You need to
like,
clean a room. You're like,
no, I literally was like, can you get to that? I'll get to in like 3 hours when I come back. Whatever. So then I went home. I took a nap in my bed, all snuggled up. Yeah. She took a nap in another room, in another operatory.
I got, a patient blanket, a patient neck pillow, laid the patient chair down, I turned the light off, and I slept for a solid hour.
Yeah. After that nap, we were good.
Yeah.
We were good to go.
We said we're good.
And then the next day, she also showed up to work late again.
And
they called her, and she said,
okay, that one I wasn't as giggly because I wasn't from drinking the night before. I literally I was actually pissed at my alarm because I was like, why didn't you go off? Yeah. So now I have multiple alarms. I haven't been late.
That's good.
This whole week.
It's been 2 days,
but
that's
been
okay.
2 days, and I feel like that's
valid. You made up for last week.
Yes.
There you go.
There we go.
That's what.
So then Thursday, after work, we went to Blue Wasabi.
Yes.
We had some sushi. We had some martinis.
Yes.
And I, for one, stepped out of my comfort zone all day. Tried a bunch of sushis. I tried a different martinis. Mm-hmm. You know, I line danced. I Latin danced.
That was impressive.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I saw you for like 5 seconds doing the line dancing. Yeah. But I was like, okay, she's out here. And then, my thing is I saw you and then I blinked and you were already walking off. And I was like, valid though, because I kind of knew you were going to do that. I thought you were going to like go out there for a second and then kind of like
I did it for like majority of the song.
Yeah, majority. Mm-hmm. So I was just like, okay. Because I was trying to just like get the basics of it and then.
Oh, you didn't know that one?
I did it before. A lot of the line dances I did when I was in college. So it's been a while. So then I like remember certain points. And there's other different bars or different people do it differently. Slightly different. Yep. And there was a guy in front that was doing it the way I was taught it, which I feel like a little bit more complicated.
Was it a black guy?
No, it was a white guy.
Long hair?
I think so.
Kid Rock.
Like, but it's like the one where like you do the kicking, and then like you do some crisscross.
Yeah, you're jumping.
Yeah. So that's what I used to know, and my thing is like I can't do that on my ankle. Yeah. So I was like, okay, everyone else is doing the basic one, so I can do that. Yeah. And then I looked at Alec, and somehow he was doing something that was not the dance. But he was just moving.
No, but he was enjoying himself.
Yeah,
and that's what I liked about it.
Yeah.
He's the type of guy who like. Okay, well, like, when Joel does it, I'm like, why are you doing that? But, like, other people, they'll just do whatever makes them happy, and it's, like, kind of inspiring. I'm like, he's happy to be here, you know?
And he does that when he Latin dances, too, because he knows, like, salsa in a different way than a lot of us do. Mm-hmm. And so, my thing is, like, the first time I saw him dancing, and like it was
the Colorado way? Or
like, he learned it in a different country.
That's more impressive.
Yeah, that's like, he knew, like, Spanish, because he lived out of the country for a while. Mm-hmm. And then, so he, like, fully spoke Spanish for like that whole time he was there. Yeah. And he just like learned different styles of dancing from different people. But he really likes to like move around a lot. And so the one time I saw him dancing, he was like on his knees at one point. Like having the girl like spin around him and stuff. And I was just like, he's just not afraid to like do things out of the ordinary. Mm-hmm. Like and it's like not to like be like center of attention. It's just like that's just who he is. And I'm like, honestly, I love that. Because I don't like a guy that's like trying to be center of attention just to do it. Yeah. He's just kind of like, no, it's just like what I want to do.
You can always tell too.
Yeah. Yes, definitely.
That's cool. So yeah, then we went to Mark's gig, we country danced, then we went Latin dancing, we line danced, and it was cool. I'd come back. And what was crazy about it is you've been begging. Same way you've been begging to get in that chair
Right.
She's also been begging for us to come Latin dancing.
Please.
And it was not as scary as I thought it was going to be.
Right.
It was kind of fun. Yeah.
The place is
You were also
honestly pretty
drunk.
cool.
I
Yeah.
was really
Yeah. You danced with me, which I was impressed that you caught on to it by the end of the dance.
I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
I knew she was drunk. Well, I knew she was drunk when I looked at her face because her eyes are closed every time. But I also knew she was drunk because we got there and we were like, I was like, go. And she's like, whatever. She would never do that. She would never be like the first one out there to like try.
No.
But her eyes were shut, so it was fine.
Yeah.
She didn't know what was going on.
It's okay. Most people that were there that I normally see, they were like, oh, like none of the girls that you came with are like wanting to dance. I'm like, let them breathe.
Yeah,
Oh.
I'm like, they're just,
bro.
Yeah, because like I think just because I'm out there, like they're like, oh, like they're gonna come out and like dance. I'm like, no, they're just here to watch. They're here to just see what the energy is. And yeah, because I have been telling you about it for a while, and I was just like, yeah, just come out. Like I feel like it's the way I talk about it kind of sounds like it's like not lame, but just more like
there was
not
way
chill,
more people
there's
than
so
I
many
thought.
people.
Yeah, it was a lot more like kind of like a lit. I thought it was. I walked in, I was like, where the fuck are we?
Yeah, and it was
like,
a lighter crowd. Like there's nights where it's like, especially because they have like Saturdays sometimes, or like Fridays.
Yeah,
it's a lot more people, but sometimes that can be a little too much. Like when you can't even have like room to dance. Like so, the space that it had that night was like super nice.
It was good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like, the culture was definitely everybody danced with everybody, and I was like, I'm not ready for that. Yeah. I danced with Alec, like, twice before I could even dance with anybody else. And even then, I was, like, sweating.
Yeah, and even that,
profusely.
I was like, oh, sorry. And he's like, no, you're good. I was like, period.
Yeah, and that's what, like,
trying.
And that's most of the people. Best. Yes. Because I was like, you guys honestly just going out there was, like, a big thing because my first time I went, I didn't dance with anyone. I just like was watching the whole time. I was just like,
did you get a lot of people to ask you?
I went with a guy the first time, and so
they thought you were together.
The guy was like very clingy, like on me, and I feel like there is signs that when you're at like dance socials like that, like if someone's with like somebody else, even if they're not dancing, like you just kind of like know that, and so then you won't like ask the person. At least maybe that's what I'm gonna give the excuse for. Yeah. But I was just like, I kind of want to dance, so me and him danced like once, and he was terrible dancer.
So did he bring you or did you find it and you brought him?
So my roommate told me about it last summer when she started going. And then this guy took me back in January, not knowing that it was going to be that same place. Like he was like, oh, like my brother and his girl are going to go to this like dance place. Like, would you want to go with me? And it was a Thursday night. So I was like, okay, it's after work. Like I can go. And I almost didn't go just because I was like tired. And then he like took me and I was just like, wait, I was like, that Dave and Buster's in Tempe? I was just like, I've heard of the place. So it was like my first time going there, but it wasn't my first time hearing about it. So he didn't like introduce me to it.
So it's been going on for a long time.
It's been going on for years. Like
it's
over
cool.
like 5 years.
It's a cool thing. It's a cute little like social environment, you know?
And then people that dance in other places in like Phoenix specifically, all kind of a lot of them start there, or a lot of them like continue to go there, and then there's other clubs outside of it. So you find more people that you don't even realize are actually like a part of that community. It's like a dancing just like group. So it's just kind of it's my group right now. Yeah, I like it.
That's your jig right now.
It is. Yeah, no theater kid, just dancing.
Just dancing.
Dancing queen.
Just salsa.
Salsa, and they were only doing salsa and bachata, right?
Yeah. So if you go like on different nights, they have like merengue and they have zouk or something.
See, I don't
like,
know.
There's other
I don't even know what those
styles.
are.
Yeah, they're all like slightly different, but honestly, if you just like follow the lead person, like that's the hardest part is learning how to just like let yourself go because like you can't have control as like,
he was like, you have to like just let me do it. And I was like, I don't even know you.
Yeah, yeah, which is like as an independent woman,
I'm like,
I need your social security.
What it felt like. I was like, you're trying to break. You want a key to my house? What did you say?
So he's like, I have a boyfriend actually. So like, chill out.
Exactly.
Oh God, yeah. So that was cool. That's what we did Thursday.
Yeah.
Friday, we didn't do anything. We stayed in. What did you do Friday?
What did I do Friday? I feel like I did something. I went to that softball game I was talking about.
Oh, okay.
But that was Friday night. No, Friday was a family day, so I went and actually saw like my mom, my grandma, my niece. We went swimming.
Period.
She was wearing this cute little like pink like onesie, or like was it one piece little swimsuit. And then I was wearing my little one piece swimsuit, so we just like kind of looked like we were matching.
Cute.
I'm trying to get her to swim though, like teach her to swim, because she's
not having it.
No, she has her floaties, and I'm like, grow up. I'm like, you're 4. I'm like, let's go.
Damn, let her live.
We're in Arizona.
Throw that in the pool.
I'm gonna be it's that kind of energy right now with her, because like she loves to swim, but I'm like, I feel like she's just like babying the floaty now.
Yeah,
I'm like, especially kids in Arizona, I feel like should just learn how to swim just in case anything happens. It's like you're near lakes, you're near rivers, you're near pools most of the time, so I just think we need to get it. I told her we were gonna take her to classes like when she was first like a few months old. Never did it.
You can take a baby that early. Oh, it's like those videos where they throw the baby in and they're like That's what it is.
Yep.
Scary as hell.
My sister said she would not be able to take her, so that's when I was like, I'll take her. And I feel like at the time that's when I was still seeing babies as like not a big deal. Like I don't know. Like I feel like I was just like, oh, they're just things. Yeah, spongy, bouncy little things.
They cry.
So they cry. That's the worst thing that they're gonna do. But they're so buoyant. Like I was like, that's literally the best time for them to learn to swim. Like they feel like.
Do they really just float? They just come up.
They have natural instincts, just like when they learn to walk. They have like perfect squat form and like everything. They have really good grip on their hands, so they can do a lot of different things just naturally because they just know what their bodies want. We just like do shit throughout our lives that just kind of like make us like sitting in chairs all day or not moving.
So Saturday, what'd you do Saturday? You went to Tucson?
I went to Tucson, went to a taco festival.
You seemed lit.
Tacos and tequila.
Yes, that one. It was super, super fun. Yeah. I was having so much fun that I posted all my music performances that I was watching.
I was gonna out it. Oh, with no sound?
Yeah.
I thought you meant just posting it in general. I was like, yeah, she's drunk because she posted the whole festival on her Snapchat. And so, those people, I'm like...
Yeah, no, and that's why I was like, most people probably didn't even realize that there was no sound.
Because you're just clicking through it.
Yeah, because like, oh god, get out of here. And then I seen people. My thing is, I saw people hearting the videos, so I was like, oh, it's lit. Like,
she's like, this is what the people want.
They were just,
these are my people. They want, right? I'm like, because I never post content.
All my fans. All my fans. Crazy.
She's like, this is what they want, guys.
Who was the best performer?
That's crazy.
Which makes sense. T.I. was the like headliner, like who was there. He has hair now.
Oh, he's not bald.
He's not bald anymore.
He doesn't have a little. Oh,
he's got hair. Yeah,
like a little peach fuzz.
I'm blind, so I just saw he had hair, and it just kept him up. And he had a bandana on or something too, so it was kind of like hiding some of it.
Got it.
But it was
like old now.
Yeah, that's why I said if it was 10 years earlier, I'd be screaming. But it was just more him certain songs that was like nice, but everyone was leaving towards like the end of his set, which I felt bad for because like Lil Jon's was like right at like the good time where it was like the sun was going down, so like the like sunset was setting, was getting a little colder. Yep. Because before it was like really hot, so like Fat Joe was out there. Yeah. Man was dying.
Fat Joe.
He couldn't even drink anything other than water. Like he was dehydrated. He had like
he put on a good time for when I went in Milwaukee.
Yeah.
He was like later though. He was definitely later.
And it's Milwaukee or it's Wisconsin, so it's not that hot.
We had Chingy,
Chingy was there.
I think it's all the same artists.
I don't think I didn't see Lil Jon though.
I think
you had Yin Yang. You had Yin Yang twins.
They changed out Yin Yang twins. I think for Lil Jon.
Both of them are really good
I did have T.I. The main was
You got it.
Go like this.
I'm losing it.
Darn.
I don't remember.
I don't know why I feel like this always helps me whenever
I don't remember.
Nelly. It was Nelly.
There we go.
And he was, he put on a show, bro.
Nelly's
crazy.
He sings Dilemma, right?
Yeah.
Oof.
That's his real name.
Over and over and over.
Yeah. Wait.
No,
Nelly?
He sings Nelly?
Nelly.
I know that was his real name.
What?
You said Dilemma?
No,
I said he sings Dilemma.
I'm dead. I was just like, that's his name.
I said, what name did I say?
Nelly sounds like a real name.
I don't think that is his real name, though. Nelly. I think that's a stage name.
Oh, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
That doesn't
crazy.
But anyway,
tacos and tequila. You were drinking tequila. You were lit, posting the whole thing on your story.
Yeah.
And so then you came home Sunday night hungover, or
okay.
What did you do after?
Okay, so this is what happened and why I was so stressed about Sunday. So we got out of the concert around and like the whole festival around 10 something. We're gonna go out to downtown Tucson, with me, Alec, and then my two friends, Alyssa and Aaron. We met Aaron that night. But anyways, he drove us there to like my Airbnb because we both got separate Airbnbs. Me and Alec, and then Alyssa got her own place.
You and Alec got separate ones, or you were staying in the same one?
Me and Alec were staying in the same Airbnb, and Alyssa got her own like sweet Airbnb.
Yeah.
So they were gonna drop me and Alec off to our place, and when we get there, I get the code, sign in thing from like the Airbnb people. And
you weren't signed in yet? You went straight to the festival when you got there?
Yeah, because we had to check in at 3, and we got to the like Tucson and like in that area, and we were trying to get to the festival by like 1 or 2.
Okay.
So we just had all of our bags and stuff in our car parked at our Airbnb, and then we just Ubered from there to the festival.
Got it.
So we get back there, and Aaron drove us there because he drove to the concert or to the festival, and then drove us to our place, so we didn't have to Uber. And so we did that, and we look at the instructions, and there's supposed to be 2 like keypad locks, like codes that you're supposed to get into. And so they give us 2 different numbers. So I was like, okay, that's gonna be like one lock to get us like, it's like a gate that's actually covering the house. So
Mm-hmm.
it's like a gate outside, and then you're supposed to like open it, and then you go into the actual house, and then there's a gate code next to the door. And I look at the lock, and it's supposed to be a 4-letter code for both of them, because that's what they gave us, 2 different numbers. The lock that was on that outside gate had 3 numbers. And so I was just like, So then I like tried, because it was like a 0 number. So I was like, okay, maybe it's not supposed to be a 0. Maybe you're supposed to just like not use that and just use the 3 numbers. Didn't get in. So I tried the other number, didn't get in. And by that time, Alec had already like texted the guy to be like, hey, like, we have like an issue, like, what's the lock number and stuff. I'd like sent a picture saying, hey, like, we don't have the number for this. And we just like are trying to get a hold of the guy. We start calling him, doesn't answer.
It's like 10 o'clock at night?
Yeah, 10 o'clock at night. So I was like, it's late, but not that late.
Yeah.
Like, I'm like, you should possibly respond in like 5 minutes.
Especially on like a Saturday.
Yes.
Yeah.
Owning an Airbnb.
Yeah.
There's a festival in town. Yeah.
Right. I was like, you should be getting alerted by this. Still nothing. And then like we were trying to like see if there's like a key or something randomly that we're just like missing. I'm like rereading the instructions. I'm like, this is just like not working. And then we were drinking tequila and we were out all day. So I was getting a little angry by that point.
No.
Like, I was getting frustrated because I was like, this is so fucking stupid. Like, I'm like, what?
Yeah.
What? Like, I'm like, am I missing something? So then I went to my friend Alyssa, who's still in the car with the guy Aaron. And she's like, what's wrong? Like, what's going on and everything? And she was thinking I was just drunk and I couldn't like read the instructions. So she's like, let me get out and like see what's going on. So she tried to look, and by the time she was doing that, Alec is like getting a trash can so then he can get on top of the trash can to hop over the gate.
That's such a dude thing to do.
Yeah, he's like, oh, let's just fix this.
Let's just jump it.
Yeah, jumps it. There's a camera, like that little like.
What if we're at the wrong house or something?
Yeah. I was just like they have neighbors, and that's what they said is like it's quiet hours, like they don't want any, like partiers or anything rowdy to be happening. So I was like, we're gonna get in trouble by them, and then they're gonna get mad at us.
Yeah.
He hops on the trash can, hops over the gate. I look at the trash can, and he's like has it dented in. And I go to like try to fix the dent. Realize he broke like the little lid handle, so like it like completely like came off on one of them, so it was like loose. And I was just like, and then I got even more mad because I was like, why the would you do that? Like, I was like, I didn't tell you to do it. Like, let's just wait for the guy to answer. And then he got in there, and we found out the key code that they gave us did work on the inside of the house. So there was a key inside. So I was like, oh, maybe the key is attached to the lock outside. So then we can like
maybe.
Yeah, I'm like, maybe, please, something work. And then there was no key to it, like nothing for you to like unlatch it. Yeah. And so he was like, get on the trash can and like hop over. I'm like, we're still gonna be stuck. I'm like. I was like, we are going to be stuck inside this house. I was like, I'm not going to jump over that thing. And I don't want to jump over it. I was like, this is just, like, really annoying at this point. So then I was like, and we're supposed to go out. So my mood just got completely, like, annoyed by that. And I was just like, where are we going to stay if we can't get inside this place? And then my friend Alyssa, she got a place, but she only got, like, a room. Like, she didn't get, like, a whole Airbnb house or anything. And it was just a bedroom. Her and that guy were talking, Aaron.
Right.
And I was like, I don't want to kill your guys' vibe.
I'm not trying to cock block.
Yeah, honestly, I was like, she's like, let's just go to my place. You guys can get like dressed there. Hopefully the guy will get back to you guys within the next couple hours and he'll give you all that answers and stuff. So we try to change the mood up, went to her place. We had no drinks there. I was like, if I probably would have been able to drink, maybe I could have gone into a different mood. But I was just like literally just thinking about where we're gonna stay.
Yeah.
And then I got dressed, we went to downtown, and, like, we're going to go Latin dancing. So I was like, okay, I'll be able to at least just, like, dance. And then, like, we can just kind of, like, get over it. The place we went to, longest line in the world, was not budging. We were, like, sitting there for, like, 20 minutes outside.
I'm, like, picturing how mad you're getting right now.
Yeah,
because I'm picturing how mad she got when we went out. And we walked, like, maybe a mile. She was complaining the whole time.
Ooh.
And then we show up to the bar. There's no karaoke. Oh my God, I thought she was going to light that place on fire.
Human. Okay.
Like, she's so, like, passive-aggressive pissed off. She's not like, this place sucks. She's like throwing shit. And I'm like, sorry, bartender. Like, she's really wanted to sing karaoke. Like, don't worry about it.
Yeah, it's not you. It's
so, like, that situation, like, makes me feel like you were fucking livid.
Yeah. And then my thing is, like, we got into the line, and then there was a place where you can pay, like, a line to pay. And there was no one in it. So then they're like, oh, it's $20 per person to get in. 4 of us, $80 we spent to get into that place.
Just to get in? And
right when we step on that floor, the stickiest floor I've ever felt. I'm like, I can't dance to this. I can't dance on this. I had, like, these cheap-ass sandals. So every time I would walk, it'd, like, suction cup to the floor.
She said, I'm too good for these sticky-ass floors.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, do you guys got a mop? I'll mop it. Like, give me just one section for me just to kind of wipe around and I can dance there. Because every time I was trying to just even dance to, like, step, I would step off on the beat. And then that's where I think my passive aggressive, like kind of went to this
Now they're
aggressive.
making you look like shit.
Now I look like I can't dance.
Yeah.
And then it was just Sardines, kind of like clubby area. Have you guys been to no downtown Phoenix? No,
Phoenix.
Yeah,
No.
downtown Phoenix. No, you guys should go to Cobra. I think you guys would have a good time at Cobra.
It sounds like a good time.
It's a good time. Less
like I've
sticky
heard
floors.
that.
It's like an arcade bar.
I've heard of it on TikTok.
Okay.
I haven't gone anywhere in Phoenix. I do want to go.
Yeah. Highly recommend. We should go to downtown.
Let's
Phoenix.
go.
Yeah. We can do it because the thing is, you can go from daytime to nighttime.
Yeah.
Life
Like
very
they've got
easily.
like rooftop stuff, you know, like cute stuff, and then you can go to like
we're doing
club.
something on Sunday,
What's on Sunday?
I thought
Oh,
we
a
go to
brunch. We are doing a
right?
brunch.
Or is Doctor not gonna be back?
She'll be back.
Okay.
We'll have to
what
remind
brunch?
her. No, it's gonna be May the 4th. She wants to do the brunch.
Yeah, May 4th is
That's
this
this
weekend.
weekend.
Oh, so
It's just
so
this
yeah,
Sunday.
yeah.
'Cause
That's
we
the
have
Sunday.
The thing later that day for.
Oh, the workouting. Yeah.
It's gonna be a long day.
We have so many things to do. We have to go to. What are people gonna go? Oh, I said I wanted to take you to that. I don't know if it's Latin. I don't know the difference between
Oh,
Latin and
the
stuff, but there's
bodega?
that. Oh, I do want to go there.
Mhm.
Yeah, she wants to go to Bodega in Glendale, and I've never been either.
Bodega.
No, the bar in Tempe. That's like a Hispanic bar, and it's new.
The Deuce.
I don't know what it's called. Damn. I just remember when we were out when Savannah ditched us.
Yes.
I was like, oh, there's a new.
I just like we always
we
jab
just
that
it's
in
like
there,
we
yeah.
remember it from
Yeah.
you know.
We love
Right,
you, Savannah.
I was like, but there's a Hispanic bar that or Latin, I don't know what it is, but Joel took me to, and she's like, no, I haven't heard of it, and I was like, let's go, and then we looked at the time, and it was like almost 2 a.m.
Right.
So we couldn't go.
Another
But
night.
Yeah.
there's a bunch of things we
Yeah.
we need to do. Yeah.
Well, now that you guys have gone dancing, you guys get the vibes, and
Yeah.
I can see you guys can move a beat. We need to practice yours a little bit, but
That's okay.
we
They
got
just
it.
said, I know she has rhythm. Like, where is it?
Yeah, that's why I was like, just step with me.
It was.
She's also hammered.
All right,
so.
I was kidding.
See, I'm
We'll allow
terrible at clocking some people when they're also like unless you're like stumbling or I'm like looking at your eyes and you're just like dead dead eyeing me. I'm like, but I
Well,
honestly
we could
don't
be
like
hammered and
people
we still like are contained.
Yeah, you
for,
are
for the most part. Yeah.
most of the time. There was one time in that one video when we got the Barbies at Champs and like I don't know what face you made, but you kind of like went like this and you like
Yeah.
I was like, oh,
Lost eyesight for a second.
a little bit. Yeah, but that's I didn't even clock it when I was with you. It was just
No,
like
like
I
it's
went
when
and
you
saw
see
the
it
video.
back.
Yeah, I
When
was like,
in person, I seem fine.
Yeah.
And then I wake up the next day like, no, really drunk.
yeah, you just get extra mean or like kind of like
Yeah.
Snappy.
yeah,
Which is kind of great because I'm out, and
Yeah.
so when people come up to me, I'm on it.
Yeah.
I'm ready to tell you to go fuck yourself immediately.
Or she says some really inappropriate shit.
I do. I ask really inappropriate questions when I'm
Yeah.
drunk. Like I want to know anything and everything. I don't care if it's rude.
But the thing is,
like
like
what
you
happened
ask and people
yesterday.
just what
That's not what happened yesterday. Anyway.
No, not that situation. I was
Oh.
talking about something completely different.
Wait, what happened? What did I
Talking about
ask
when we were by
yesterday?
the pool. We
Oh.
started asking that one guy random questions, and I was like, "Yeah, she's
I do that.
tipsy.
I do
She's
that.
tipsy for sure."
Anyway, Saturday we went out to Scottsdale,
Mhm.
and you want to describe our night because we were everywhere.
Dude,
We were
did
everywhere and
bounce,
anywhere.
Too. We bounced.
We bounced. We bounced from table to table to table to drunk Delvin to another table. I don't know. Have you been to Almost Famous?
It's like
No.
It's like an EDM bar.
Oh,
She
God,
likes
no.
EDM. Oh, you don't?
I have never gone to like an EDM bar specifically.
Okay.
Yeah,
See,
I
it
think
was-
Casa would be like my closest one. I'd say I've gone to
Okay.
where it's like EDM music, but it's not like a bar.
Yeah.
to play
Yeah.
EDM. At least on one of the levels or one of the things
Mhm.
I feel.
I don't know. Almost Famous was cool. They had like dancers like
Mhm.
in the middle of things, just like dancing, and me and Daisy were like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah,
Like,
I'm
what?
like,
They're all
wait,
like,
wait,
"Yeah,"
wait,
like
other
they
things
just,
going on.
yeah. I
It's
was
like
like,
stripping, but like not. You know
but
what
they
I mean?
weren't. They were just like
They had
dancing.
disco stuff on too, and I was like,
Yeah, and they're
"Ooh."
like, it wasn't even like like sexualizing dancing. They were just like partying up there, and I was
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
oh, but they're like getting paid to do that. It was
Oh,
like
that, and like my
interesting.
friend was explaining it. Like everybody's on like Molly and like
Yep.
mushrooms and shit. So like
I was
this is
like,
probably
wow.
super. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Which, yeah. I could. see
me and
that.
Deja are like, what's
Yeah.
going on?
Yeah.
They're
Sober,
on Molly.
Yeah. Not sober, but, like,
But like, yeah,
Yeah, I want to go to a rave and be on something like that, but it can't be like my first time
yeah.
doing
Yeah,
the
no.
psychedelics there because then I would probably cry.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
I
I just think
do
it-
some weird shit.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's what I
Do
that's
some
my
weird
heroes.
shit.
But
I'm just picturing Tristan Sterling just doing this. Oh God,
I
yeah.
always wanted to learn how to do like the little light things, like light shows and stuff that you see people do at
The
like
like,
raves.
hula hoops and shit.
Just like the lights, the
Sorry.
gloves. Yeah,
Like
those
that.
ones are
Those
crazy.
things.
Yeah,
And they're like,
because they honestly, it's skill. Like I'm like the way that
Oh,
they're
yeah.
able to like do it. Even most of the time they are on drugs and they're able to do it.
Yeah.
T.
And then like entertain other.
I can't
people.
imagine doing anything on any type of drug.
Right. And
Like
to,
I can't even hold a conversation with a little bit of weed in me. I'm like, what did you say?
Right.
Sorry. I don't know what's going
Sorry,
on.
I'm just like, what?
I'm a little zooted right now.
I'm a little
so
zooted. I've had 2 puffs, and I'm like, dang, like, gotta go to bed, man. It's crazy. Yeah, I don't know. Like, we were looking around. She's like, yeah, everyone here's on Molly. And I'm looking around. I'm like, they seem like kind people. So that's crazy.
Well,
Not all of them, but yeah.
Well, for the moment.
It's once they come
They
down
seem
to the
normal.
Mollies when they
Get weird.
Yeah, they get a little funky.
Things
They
get weird.
get a little sad.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Yikes.
anyway, so we met up with the people we were gonna meet up with, and then we left that bar, which was Cake. It was way too crowded. Sydney got almost lit on fire.
Oh my god.
Because of the
bottle
show
thing, and I'm just like
the-
standing there, I'm sober. I'm just standing there because kind of annoyed because I'm getting pushed around. Multiple people walk by me who stunk. That irritated me.
Yeah.
And so
And the security guard was like, you need to
not move here. This needs to be like a walkway.
we're
I'm
like,
looking at him
dude.
like,
we're like, dude,
where
even
else?
if we move, number one, this is not a fucking walkway.
Yeah.
Like,
There was nowhere to stand. And like the person planned on having a table, and like Cake, you need a table.
Mhm.
Otherwise, it's not a big place. You can't like vibe.
Yeah.
Like Riot, right? That one has like more room. Like that's one where you don't really need one because there's a lot of like place. It's like a bigger venue.
Yeah.
So like we were there just like able to like dance and like fuck around. Cake, you can't fuck around.
Yeah, no.
I don't fuck around with Cake anymore either because last DJ that was there had a Make America Great hat.
Ooh.
And so I'm like, oh, that's who you guys
T.
affiliate with. Yeah. So
When was that?
This was before the election.
Oh.
So,
Okay.
Yeah.
So they're out. They're proud.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they were.
they're
That's all.
ready.
Just like and it was like when they started like changing up from like just the red hat, they had like white hats or like the black hats and stuff. But yeah, he had like a white one on. So I didn't realize it at first until I was just like, we were gonna try to do that thing where you put your phone on, and you like request a song or whatever, and that's when we were like looking at him. I was like, ooh, and it's Bad Bunny that we were gonna request. I was like,
Ooh,
like,
he's not an ally.
not
Yeah,
an
we can't
ally,
request
not
that.
Bad Bunny. But the girls that dance there are honestly
Dance.
Like I remember, have you seen them when they're
In
like
the
up on the rings?
There's
yeah.
rings?
You weren't. I was too blacked out to get into the club that night, but you would have saw it that night.
Oh,
They like dance on the rings.
Oh,
Yeah, high up, like they're just like
and they like
That's
spin and
cool.
shit.
Yeah.
yeah. They didn't have that on when I was there on this
No,
weekend.
they have them out for like not special occasions, but like
Events
busier
and
nights.
stuff.
So,
Okay.
like,
Yeah,
for a
and it's
holiday party,
not
they
for
have
long.
them. Yeah,
Yeah,
because I just remember I was like, "Is there a girl?"
and like, that would have been sick. Yeah, I would have liked
Yeah.
that. It's like artsy. Like it's kind of like
Yeah.
cool. I
Yeah,
don't
it's
know.
like go-go dancers and all that
Yep.
stuff, like back in the day.
Yeah,
Girls
yeah,
were
yeah.
Just like they were just up and
When they're
around.
just
like the
dancers.
Almost Famous one, I feel like that's what that reminded me of.
Yeah.
a little bit. Like just their own vibe.
Yeah, they're just like doing their own thing up there. I was like, period. So yeah, then we went there.
Yes, and then
Had to leave Cake
Sunday.
because first of all, I also had to like buy my own drinks. I don't buy drinks. Me and Deja don't buy drinks.
Yeah.
So if we're like with people who are like, oh yeah, go to the bar, go get yourself a drink. Ooh, can't be with you. So then we left. Red flag. So then we went by Delvin. He gave us shots, drinks. He's also fucked up. He's the head security at Maya.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. And it's also nighttime, so there's nobody in there.
Yeah.
But it was kind of vibe. There's a lot of room for us to fuck around while we're sober. Like just like joking, whatever.
Yeah.
Dicking around. Then we went to Almost Famous. The people that we had met had a table there, so that was fine.
Mm-hmm.
And then we left with them and went to
Hefe.
They had a table there, so we were at the table, drinking bottles.
I like El Jefe.
Yeah,
honestly.
I like Hefe.
I think Bottle Blonde is like my favorite.
Ooh,
I've never been.
It used to be when I first started to go to like downtown, or is it Old Town? Scottsdale?
Town, yeah.
Yeah. And then what's that one that you said you just recently went to?
Cake.
Not Cake.
Riot.
Called? Nope, not the one we just talked about, but you said you went there for the first time last week. It's like a retro 70s kind of style disco.
Kill Bill?
No, not Bottle Blonde.
Hot Chicks.
Hot Chicks, that's what it
Chicks.
is. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
that's
really
cool.
like that kind of place too. Is
Yeah.
that considered in Old Town though?
It is.
Yes.
It's right off of
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
It's right next to
I like
Blue's. They have
that pop-up bar. I like that place a lot.
50 Shades. of
50
Rosé.
Shades, yeah, 50 Shades Rosé.
They have drag brunch. at
Where?
Hot Chick.
Do they?
Yes, they have like drag.
I wanna do
food.
that.
I'd
I'd
be
do that.
Fun. It's fun.
Can we do that on Sunday?
Yeah,
That's lit.
Be right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Have you
Yeah.
guys been to Charlie's or like any like gay bars before? Because
No.
they do like drag and stuff.
No.
too.
I've heard about Charlie's. I was supposed to go with my Starbucks crew, but I never went.
Mm.
Honestly,
That's
a vibe.
Yeah.
Is
Only during nightlife though. Don't
They do drag at night?
Yeah. But it's only certain nights, so I don't know if they do it like it's a weekly thing or just we.
Are they like doing shows or like what is the vibe? Like what are they doing?
So
are they just standing
Charlie's
there?
is huge, it's like it's one level, but it's like they have like an inside area, but like 2 or 3 sections that are inside, and then they have an outside spot, and so then the outside area is pretty big as well. But it was just in one section on the inside that they had like a stage pretty much, and so the stage was blocked off, and so you can just like border around the stage, and then all the drag was happening there, like on one section.
Is it like a runway show?
Pretty much, like they were just like there and like they did like a little walk and everything. And then they had like the person talking. Honestly, the talking made it harder for me to like fully focus on what they were saying because I was just like watching what they were doing more. But it wasn't like we weren't there for like long.
Oh, okay.
But their drinks strong.
Oh,
yeah. You get whatever you get.
Gotta get what you pay for though.
Yeah,
love that.
Yeah, so they're honestly it's great. And then you don't have to worry about men on a majority basis.
Right.
Dude. Yeah, speaking of men.
That's great.
At Hefe, someone was asking Cindy if we were dating.
Yes.
No, they asked you.
They did?
So what had happened was they like, we're at a table.
They were trying to talk to you, though.
I know, because I see all these people like trying to like stare at me, and I'm at a table, and you're with the peasants down there. You know what I'm saying? I'm not getting on the
You're
floor.
down,
You think I saw you and be like, yeah, let me go down there and talk to him?
Yeah,
no. I'm vibing
No,
up here,
babes.
away from everybody else, so I don't have to get spoke to.
Exactly.
So I'm vibing. Me and Deja are not like touchy-feely sisters. Like, you know those sisters who like hug and like
right.
do whatever. I don't know.
Shit, yeah.
We don't do that. Like, we're just standing next to each other. And what was crazy about it is, like, if we were in, like, a space where, like, me and Deja don't really fuck with anybody, we will be, like, facing each other, talking to each other.
Right.
But, like, I didn't think that was kind of the scene. I mean, like,
No,
not that we, like, didn't, like, we knew the people.
And listening to music. Like,
Yeah, we weren't even talking. And so the guy, I saw him down there, kept staring at me, right next to that white fucker who kept staring at me. And I said, dude, I pointed him out. I said, bro, that one, we're going to have to watch that one because he's creepy.
Yeah.
So he kept, like, looking at me, and I'm not paying any attention to anybody. And then so his friend comes up to you, and he, like, taps you or something. And so you kneel down, like, because you have to get to, like, his level.
Yeah.
Right. And he said something, and I think he asked you if we were together. And you were like, no, like, whatever. And then, like, you had your whole small talk. And then you told him we had a podcast. He followed the podcast.
Oh,
Then he went about his business.
Yep.
And then on the way out, you like, oh, by the way, he asked if we were dating. And I'm drunk. I ask inappropriate questions. So I get down there, and we're walking past, and I go, hey.
I can just tell.
I'm also, like, wearing camo pants.
That's what I was going to ask. I was going to clock
What
the
I'm
outfit.
wearing.
What were you guys wearing?
I'm wearing camo pants
wearing
and,
jeans.
like, a t-shirt. And you were wearing, was it a skirt, though?
You just said jeans.
I think I was wearing jeans.
You guys don't have pictures from the night?
I don't know what it was. You looked more feminine than I do, but then someone else told me something else. And I go, what is it? Because I'm wearing pants? Because all these other girls were wearing, like, booty shorts and, like, skirts and shit.
True.
And I go, what is it? Is it because I'm wearing pants that you think, like, we're gay? Like, what is your problem? And he was like, not like, what's your problem? But it's like, why did you think
What
that?
was the-
I was curious. I was, like, doing my own self-learning adventure. I said, what is it that made you think we're together? Because we've never gotten that before.
Never.
Everyone always goes your sisters or your twins or your
yeah.
cousins or your best friends,
Related
you
in some
know.
way, shape, or form, bro.
Yeah, I've never gotten
Yeah,
dating.
It's crazy.
So I was like flabbergasted.
Yeah.
And he was like, no. Like, I guess I was talking to the wrong guy because his friend was like, no. Like, my friend was trying to holler at you and he didn't know if you guys were dating. I looked at her friend and I go, what is it? Is it because I have camo pants?
Oh, God.
Dude, it was bad. But then the next day we were talking to someone about it and he goes, it's because of the braids. Deja's braids. And because I had my hair down and curly.
Mm-hmm.
And me and Deja were like, oh.
Yeah.
Was your hair just down with the braids?
Yeah, my hair was like in a half of
It was half up, half down.
like
Interesting.
Now that I think about it.
I know, now I'm like,
the braids,
and
it's
it was
like,
a black
it's a
man
mixture.
too. It wasn't like no white guy. Because if some white guy says
Yeah.
stupid
Right.
shit like that, I'd punch him in the face. But like it was a black man, so I'm like, I've never like we don't look alike.
Right.
Yeah.
No.
he didn't know
Are
what
you
to
cultured?
say.
You're not.
Right.
Yeah.
He's like, I don't see color. He's like, I was just seeing
Right.
the braids and I was
Yeah.
seeing the camo pants.
And I was just kind of talking. I was just wanted to hear myself speak at that point. I was just going off. And then, like, there was a moment of silence, and then he went to go speak, and I go, actually, I gotta go. And then I
Yes.
walked off.
I'm done.
And I go, actually, I have to
I
go.
don't-
Yeah.
Because, like, his voice,
Immediately no, bro.
he was going to speak, and I didn't need him to speak.
Yeah.
I didn't need him to speak.
Man, bro.
He would have, like,
Be for real.
annoyed me when he
Yeah.
spoke. So I was like, actually, before you say anything, I have to
I
go.
gotta go.
Yeah.
And then I walked in and I ran away. And he's like, wait. And I said, I have to go.
That's most men at bars, I feel like I
Yeah.
get tired of, or clubs. Is like, there's a moment of just like the excitement of like communicating with someone else, or like I
And
said,
then
like
they
interest,
speak.
and then they speak and you realize they're
Don't want
annoying.
to talk to them anymore.
Yeah, the
You have to
boring
ease
or
your
whatever
way
it is.
out.
Yeah, there's like it's rare that you actually like want to continue the conversation with them.
I feel like typically I'm pretty nice. Like
Oh.
people will come up to me, and I'm not like someone who's like outwardly rude right off the bat, other than you.
Oh.
No. A man who she thought's ugly will come up to her. Oh, don't even, no. She's like, I'm not giving him the time of the day.
No.
But no one really means anything to me, so I'm just kind of like
Right.
surface level with everybody.
Yeah.
Until they say some stupid shit.
Yeah.
Then I get mean.
Okay.
Yeah.
But like typically, I'm like, whatever, you're just
I'm telling you,
you're
once
just
you hit
trying to hear
27,
yourself speak.
You're gonna be like more like me. You're
Yeah.
gonna get less and less.
She's like,
to that like
no.
average of like I'll stay right here. It's like no, you're gonna start down here.
You
And then if
protect your peace, and I
Yeah,
respect
you
that.
always-
What?
Thank you.
Oh gosh, that's
Did
hilarious.
anybody give you an opinion to talk? No.
No.
So shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Thank you.
100%.
True.
But yeah, and then same with even like getting drinks for yourselves. I feel like that gets less and less as you get older. Like you're just kind of cool to buy your own drinks. Like I feel like it's like that mindset you guys are in. Totally understand it. Totally respect it. And I'm honestly get it where you can.
It's really just the broke.
yeah. You said it's the not the lack of
No,
money for me.
honestly, it's the fact of there's no money to spend.
Yeah.
So it's like
so why would I do
She
that?
said we're on a budget.
no,
but-
like if I had money, like okay, but it's like I'm looking at my bank account, like nah.
Yeah, but that's where tables really do come into play too. So once you stop
Yeah.
needing
We're also like
tables-
not those people who just like find a table that night. Like that's never the plan. It's
Right.
also just Deja just knows everybody.
You do. That's also you guys have good
She knows
connections.
I'm in the
everybody.
industry, though. I'm in the industry. Like,
Which is good for you guys.
yeah.
But
having
like
a podcast.
the reason that we left that cake the first place is because the people who invited said they were getting a table. So
Yeah.
then I expect
Mhm.
for it to be at a table. And so when there's no table, and, I
when
expected that.
they said we're with the peasants tonight. I was like, not me, babe.
I mean,
I'm gonna go figure something out. Or I'm gonna go hang out with somebody.
hang out
that
with my
works.
friends who will like actually, you know.
Yeah. But-
Well, I mean, they were.
and also,
friends.
it's outrageous for a drink out in Scottsdale, bro. You pay $30 for 2 shots. Like,
Yeah.
that's
Wild.
crazy.
Mhm.
I mean, in this economy, I totally get it, but it's also like the fuck. I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
My heart on my
And this is why
knee.
people are drinking more at home.
Yeah.
Before going out.
I feel like that was always a thing.
I feel like
No?
honestly, I feel like house parties were more of a thing before COVID.
110% agree.
Like
I love a good house party.
yeah,
and
I
they don't
miss
happen
house
often
parties.
as much.
They don't. Yeah.
Yeah,
no.
I just graduated high school in 2016. Like during that whole time of like when I feel like house
Mhm.
parties were like really really big,
Mhm.
and it was honestly the best thing ever because you're just like with a group of people that you're just kind of chilling with. Most of the time you know them,
Mhm.
but like you're not like super close with them. And then you just like kept finding other addresses that people would put on their Snapchat
Yeah,
story, and you're
yeah.
like, oh, okay,
Yeah.
that's where the new place is.
Party,
And you're like, oh, maybe I know some
party
of these
at
people.
the Blue House or
Yeah,
yeah.
exactly. Like, oh, BYOB or bring
Yeah,
you
high
know,
school was a
anything.
lot of house
Yeah.
parties.
Yeah.
Well, it's also because we weren't old enough to get into bars and clubs.
It was also
Yeah.
fun to like sneak around and like
Right.
try to dodge
Yeah.
the
But now people just want to
police.
do fake IDs
Yeah.
and get all
True.
that stuff.
Did you have a fake ID?
Never.
Me either.
No. One because I was.
That's true.
I never had a fake
I was
ID.
just like,
I was
No, she
like, I
didn't.
got
She didn't.
underage from letting a cop in.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, at my house. Like,
Well, that was a house party.
well, it was a get together.
House parties are.
We were live.
lit.
Hey, we were
I need
live.
to have more house parties. I don't have enough friends.
I was
Yeah.
gonna host one here.
I know. There's just not enough people to fill the space.
We could definitely find enough people.
Yeah,
You think so?
The big personalities of people that you know is gonna fill the space.
Yeah.
So
Or did you host a house party
Okay.
at my house?
Right.
I feel like it can cater to
Now
people.
that summer's, you don't have a pool though. It's so much. It's like better when you
get a
have
kiddie pool.
broke
a pool.
bitch.
You
My
just be
bad.
like,
That's
yeah.
on me,
That's
guys.
my pool.
Because like now we do pool parties. Like that's a
Yeah.
that's a thing.
Yeah,
So
big pool party girl.
Oh, I love the pool.
Well, no, pool party.
Like,
Like, is that
Well,
a
I mean-
thing in Arizona? If you're from, you're from here.
not so much. Let's like go into like doing like a river trip or something. Or if you have a boat, don't got a boat though.
mm,
You gotta find someone that has a boat.
Mm.
That one's more.
Is that a
fun.
common thing? Here,
It's a white people thing.
there's a
True.
white people thing.
it's a
Yeah.
white people thing everywhere.
Yeah, which has like there's a lot of white people here.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
going to find
But
one.
there's not
Again,
a lot of water, so it's like
Yeah,
you've only
gotta
got
go
one place to
Yeah,
go.
you only go to one spot and then everyone's there.
Yeah.
Lake
Yeah.
Pleasant, or you can go. That's on like you can travel out of the valley,
Yeah.
and then there's a lot of places you can go. But
Out of the valley.
yeah, like going to like Lake Havasu.
I thought
like one
that's
Is that the
Lake
one you're thinking
Pleasant.
of?
What's Lake Pleasant?
That's out like up north, from like Phoenix and stuff. Like you're leaving.
But it's
the-
technically like in the valley.
Yeah.
And Havasu.
that one is
North.
yeah, it's a little bit
Hella
further
north.
out. It's like it's no longer.
Is
like
that where
in
the
valley.
river thing is?
Yep.
That's saltwater
waterfall.
tubing.
That's that.
Oh,
one.
you're
Oh.
talking about two different things.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're talking about two different
I don't know what
things.
I'm talking about.
You're talking about that big ass waterfall.
That's
No.
Havasupai Falls.
No, I'm trying to find the water. Where are the boats?
She
I don't
said,
see any
"Where are the
boats.
boats?"
Where are the boats?
Boats and hoes.
Who owns a boat?
Alyssa's family. Lizzie finds her way on boats all the time.
Finds her way on boats.
I think it's the industry that I'm in. Like, I just
Yeah.
know people who are like sugar daddies and stuff that have boats.
Right. So you're gonna be the one to get in
I would.
to all that stuff.
I
Yeah.
mean, I think I have a security guard.
Or
that has a
regular
boat, too.
folk.
I don't
Oh, I know we're old people. Too old to where they
True.
don't party anymore.
Yeah.
They probably have boats, but they're not like inviting
True,
people.
true.
to
Yeah,
come on
they're
to
not like
anymore.
letting you use the boat or
We were on the
anything.
boat all summer last year.
Because we worked on the lake.
It
Which
was so
lake?
nice.
Well, not it was
Oh,
in here,
Wisconsin.
in Wisconsin. Yeah.
Okay.
Boats and hoes, baby.
All right, let's shoot the shit a little
You're-
bit before we, let you go.
Mhm.
You're big into astrology.
Yes.
Yes, and so you're a
Aries Sun, Gemini Moon, Capricorn Rising. For those that know.
I was just hoping for like a straightforward
those-
answer.
For those that know.
like,
Yeah,
what
for
it-
those that know.
Yeah, for those that know. For those who don't know,
I'm a
do you have to
lot.
like pick which one you most feel like,
Sun.
or what?
No, Aries is like your like identifier.
Okay.
So that's just like what
When
like
your
that's what
birthday
most people
is.
know is April 2nd.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's like deep into Aries season.
Just happened.
It just happened.
Yeah.
When for your birthday? Chicago.
Chicago.
Oh, period. Okay.
Chicago.
Yeah.
Chico.
Went there, then went to LA, and then went to Tucktown,
Oh.
Tucson. So I just was traveling all in April.
Tucktown.
Yeah,
I like
Tucktown.
that. I like
Wait, so what does it mean if you're a Virgo?
You're an Earth sign.
Okay. Like, what does that? What? Tell me about.
Think
myself.
about Beyonce.
Obviously.
Yeah.
Period.
Yeah, I like to when people that don't know it as much, I'm like think of like a celebrity,
Yeah.
like
Oh,
just to
she's
kind of like
Virgo,
go big.
yeah.
Yeah, so that's what, like
And
Zendaya is
she's
a Virgo.
crazy. Yep.
So it's like,
Who's a Sag?
oh, we talked about it. Nicki Minaj.
Yeah.
That makes
is a
sense.
Sagittarius. Miley Cyrus is a Sag.
That makes sense.
That one makes sense.
That one makes a lot of sense. I
Yeah.
love Miley.
Yeah,
That's
she's
wild.
great. That's what
I think I've said that
personality.
she was my like spirit animal before.
There we go.
Yeah.
She's great.
Yeah.
Great human being.
Yeah.
What's another one that's a Virgo?
Ooh. I feel like those are like my top two that I usually think about.
For Beyonce?
Yeah, like Beyonce and Zendaya.
I
They're
would
both
have to.
Virgos.
I would have to look it
Oh,
up.
I could see Zendaya.
Yeah.
I would have to look it up.
Look it
I've
up.
looked this up before. I knew Beyonce.
Like what
before.
your like sons are or something?
No,
Oh, like
No,
who
just
they
like
are.
It's like-
other
Yeah,
Virgos.
like other.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
What are other? What's yours? What's your
Aries?
celebrity Aries?
Lady Gaga is an
Oh.
Aries.
Oh.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
That doesn't-
Robert
no,
Downey Jr.
Doesn't make sense. I don't get
What?
that one.
Gaga.
I don't get that one.
Really?
What's Gaga like?
Well,
Am I supposed
okay.
to know? Because
If you
all I
watch
can
the
ever
last
think
episode,
about.
City doesn't know any Gaga songs.
Okay,
so,
I don't know any
like,
songs in general.
Yep. Because that's what was great. Pedro Pascal's an Aries. But
Don't know much about him either.
oh my gosh, Pedro Pascal?
who's that?
I know what he looks like.
Yeah.
I just don't know what he
he's-
does. I know he's an actor, right?
He's an actor. Yes, beautiful man.
He's
Um,
a little gorgeous.
he is. He's one of those older guys that
He's
are
an
just like-
older, he's an older zaddy.
Mhm.
Oh, he's a zaddy.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's like the
Mariah Carey's an
older-
Aries.
Oh.
Why are you so obsessed with me?
Yeah.
Like-
She also does.
Yeah, that was more Hannah Montana. But
No, it was like. Chris is like,
I know what you meant.
I'm over it.
I know what you meant.
I'm over it.
I know
Thank
what you meant.
We'll get more into astrology next time. Next time I'm on the podcast.
Oh,
Period.
yeah, for my
We'll
next episode.
actually shoot the shit that time.
Yes.
Perfect. Look at her fucking giggle. That's how she answered the phone. All right, well, this was fun.
Yeah.
Cute.
I'm sweating.
Yep.
Is it
Why
the
are those
lights or
gone?
that we
I
give
think
you?
it's I think it's
Wine
the
and
lights.
lights.
I'm like, whenever I get up, I'm gonna have boob sweat.
It's
for
okay.
sure.
It happens.
Yep,
It happens. All right, well, it was fun. Thanks for coming.
Tune in.
It's been real. It's been
I
fun.
hope you guys
It's been real fun.
enjoyed the episode, and if you're just watching the clips, I hope you enjoyed the clips.
Yeah.
Are you gonna listen to your own episode?
I feel like I can't.
You're gonna do it
I did tell Alec though about this. We actually listened to your guys' last couple podcasts
Okay.
on the
together.
ride from Tucson.
Oh, a little bonding moment.
yeah,
Love that.
because now he knows who you guys are. So
Yeah.
he was just
Oh,
like,
yeah.
okay, now I
He's
can
doing
like
way
put.
too much.
But it was like the one episode where you're talking about like, oh, like I need to bring Anysia on the podcast. So one, you guys have been hyping me up to come on too.
Yeah. That's true.
About
That's
the
true.
That's 'cause we
capitalist
like you.
stuff. Yeah, that's why I was like,
Yep.
don't say that. We're supposed to be mean to each other. All
That's
the time.
true.
We can't. Say
We have that
compliments.
banter. It's a
Yeah.
good time.
Yeah.
But
All right.
Ooh.
Later, hoes.
we gotta go.
Bye.